Do you see a man who excels in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men. The word excel here is another word for diligent. So excel doesn't really, would not really explain what we are trying to say. Do you see a man who excels in his work? See, if you take this rendering, it will mean that you see a man prospering in his work. But that's not what he's talking about. But it's cool. The word there, we're going to replace excel for what? Diligent. That's the right word. Do you see a man that's diligent in his work, in his service? He will stand before who? Kings. He would not stand before unknown men. He won't. Some people say mean men. So we're going to take diligent and mean. Mean here is average. Mean medium mode. So average, right? So anyone who's diligent in what they are doing. So yesterday we looked at starting it. Brothers and sisters, when you start, it's not palatable. Are you here? When you start a thing, that job that you have been clamoring for, oh, I want this job, I want it, because it's not just business. That job you have been dying for, when you get that job, is not that interesting. It is not that interesting. You're going to have co-workers that's going to hate you for no reason, mostly if you're doing well. You're going to have them. You know that in offices, the people are beefing people. People beef each other. It's not that easy. And then you now have a workload that you have to meet, things that you have to do. After you have done one thing over and over again, you will be frustrated. I don't know how you feel. Me, I'll be frustrated. If I do the same thing for a week, I'll be frustrated. Some people are not like that. But even getting a job, after you get the job, continuing with the job, most times it's not that palatable, it's not that interesting. But the scripture says what? Do you see a man who excels, who is diligent in his work? That means no matter what the odds are, the person is diligent. Keeps doing what he has to do. Let's use this example towards people who are in business or who plan to be in business. When you start a business or you're in business or you're already in business, you would have gotten to, or you will get to a crossroad where you're going to feel like this thing is really not making sense, it's not adding up. Can I just shut down and go and do something else? As a matter of fact, when you started, you probably would just feel like, I shouldn't be doing this. I should really not be doing this. I could just go and get a job, and it would just be frustrating sometimes. But if you are diligent, if you keep doing that thing, as long as you know that what you're doing is correct, and this is how it works, find out how it works. If you know this is how it works, keep doing it. Eventually, you get the league. You find your own selling point. So, in continuing that thing that you have started, if you have started it, or when you start it, you have to be diligent. Continue doing it. Even if you are the only one that showed up, maybe you had like 5 business partners, and 4 of the business partners, they are discouraged at this point. You don't be discouraged. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Continue. Unless there is no way there, but if there's a way, continue it. You will see the fruits. We read about Isaac yesterday, right? You are blessed, so you're going to see a good end to it. There's always the end of the tunnel. How did they make that statement? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. As long as you know that this thing is what I should be doing, this thing is correct, this thing is right, brothers and sisters, keep doing it, no matter who's against that move. And eventually, you will see a headway. You will. This is something that we have handled. We know what I'm talking about. I know about what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I'm emphasizing on this so that you don't feel like it's one of those regular statements. I'm saying it and saying it over and over again, so you can take it in your spirit, you can receive it in your spirit. Whatever you start, you will have stumbling block. Failure is part of success. It's part of it. Don't give up because you failed. Continue. Pick it up. Figure out a way it will work. If the next one did not work again, it's okay. Don't do it that way again. Figure out another way how it works. You have to continue. All right, Romans chapter 5.